Hey guys, this is Base and welcome back to another episode on the BaseCraft server. Today we're going to be doing some work on the old baseball stadium. That'll be fun. And yeah, so we're just pretty much going to get right away to working on that. But I wanted to talk about something first. Yeah, let's put those away. Let's find a place for everything else. Alright, oh hello Skype, you can be closed. Okay. Well, I want to talk about, will I need those? Yeah, I will. And, no. I'll probably need those. Okay, so yeah, I want to talk about, some things. Oh, we can sleep off tonight. Recently, as you know, I've been sick for quite a while, and it's almost gone. I don't know if I'll cough as much as I have been in the last couple episodes. But I make these videos. I'm just clearing my throat there. That's not a cough. Hey, what's going on, bud? I make these videos because A, I have fun doing them. And B, I love getting fan feedback. And what I mean by fan feedback isn't necessarily someone saying, hey Base, your videos are awesome, I love what you do, and everything like that. It's not like, oh hey, Base, I love your videos, can I play with you? Or Base, can I get in a call with you? When can you play? Hey Base, do you want to play with me? It's not people suggesting things I should do, or telling me things I should do, like, hey Base, you should play this, or make a series on this. It's not, saying, hey Base, I think you should do it, it would be entertaining. It's, hey, do this. And, that's just not the way I really receive things well. What fan feedback is to me is someone saying, Base, you're doing something wrong, you should do this. I don't know, like something that gives the audience a product that's going to be better later on for videos. And I don't mind getting positive feedback too, like, hey, keep up what you're doing fine. That's fine. But what I'm saying is, don't just ask me to come play with you over and over again, every day, every hour. I don't want to. And I don't know, I don't want to sound harsh, like I'm coming off harsh or anything, but really I have a lot of things on my hand, on my plate, and my napkin, and my spoon, and my bowl. I'm trying to balance a lot of stuff out right now, and I don't have time to, well, fan interaction's a big thing, right? I mean, it's got to be done. But I can't interact with every single person individually, every day, every second of their lives, and I don't have that time. So, if I say, that maybe I don't want to play, well, that's, I don't want to, and, I don't want to be asked again 20 million times the same question every single, minute, and, because for me it just gets frustrating, and it's just kind of how it goes. So, anyway, I wanted to say that for a while. I've been wanting to say that for a long time. It feels good to get it off my chest. Okay, so I haven't fixed like this yet. I'll bring some stuff off. I think, what's in there? Like, not good stuff. Got red stained clay. That's okay. But yeah. So I want to work on the seats, and the seats I'm gonna need, I think, dark blue stained clay for them. So that's gonna be a lot of hardened clay I'll need to get. So, yeah. But I just wanted to show you, like, it's just coming along. It's supposed to be like a chain link fence, kind of. I kind of like it. This design is based on something that I made. Excuse me. The design's based on something I made years ago, and I think I'll put a picture up of it right now, if I can. I don't know how that's gonna work with Movie Maker, because that is the editing software I use. I don't use anything fancy. But let me move that down a bit. But like, yeah. So I'll try and put it up. If not, I have a link to it that I can just give you guys, and you can go there. But it's basically something I made a long time ago. It's a plan for a baseball stadium, and I think that's kind of, well, I mean that's kind of what I'm going for. I'm gonna base it off of that stadium because to this day, like that's my favorite stadium I've ever made. Let's see. Well, yeah, here's some background. A long time ago, when I was in maybe elementary school, I was obsessed with a program called Google SketchUp. And basically it's a program where you can kind of sketch things in 3D, and, you know, there you go, you got a 3D model of it. And, I mean, when I was younger, I still like the program, by the way, it's great. But when I was really young, I was on there all the time, and I made so many things, and it really helped my love of architecture and things like that grow at a young age like that. And one of the things that I just did all the time, you know, I'd come home from school, and that night I would just make baseball stadiums on there. And I'd do nothing else but make baseball stadiums, and, you know, it was one of the best things that I ever, you know, enjoyed doing. And I made a lot of stadiums, and I don't know if I can actually record with Fraps, but, I mean, we'll figure it out. I might have to take you on a tour of a few of them. So, yeah, if you guys can see kind of what I was doing back then. So yeah, but this is my favorite that I'm making right now, and I think it deserves a special place, and I think BaseCraft is that special place. So yeah, while we're doing this, I guess I should talk about what should I talk about? Maybe See, I don't really know what to talk about, because here's an opportunity for good fan feedback. Good and good. I don't know what to talk about in videos besides what I'm doing at the moment. And if you're a Let's Play commentator, that's kind of like not what you're really supposed to do. It's okay to say, obviously, I mean, what you're doing. Like, you can comment about the situation, but doing monotonous tasks such as the ones that I'm doing right now, just digging dirt, filling in places, like, you gotta spice it up with something. So, I don't really know what to talk about. You have suggestions, I'll probably take them if they're not dumb. Dumb would be like, talk about, I don't know, where I live, stuff like that. That's lame. But anyway, so yeah, like, I kind of have a story in my head, and, I'm gonna sort of, I don't know, I'm gonna refresh my memory with it, and then I'll kind of tell it to you guys, and we'll be doing good stuff, such as laying down, seats and all that. So, yeah, I'll be, right back. Alright, so our story is about a sunflower. Now, this sunflower's name was Herbert. Now, he was just a sunflower, like you and me. He lived on a farm in Kansas all of his life. But one windy spring day, Herbert decided that it might be time to spread his wings and fly somewhere else. Well, he did that. One day his seeds traveled to Alaska, Maine, Portugal, Sweden, Switzerland. Everywhere you could think of, his seeds were going. The wind was taking them everywhere. They were floating along in the oceans, Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Arctic, everywhere. And one day, one of the seeds grew up into an actual sunflower. Now, Herbert didn't know it at the time, but this was his son. Now, his name was Herbert Jr. Herbert Jr. ended up in Lithuania, where a young boy, his name was Kenneth, which means the sunflower kid in Lithuanian, decided to take the sunflower and plant it in his garden outside of his house. So, he did so, and that's where the sunflower grew. One day, the young boy decided to water the sunflower, only to find that, once again, seeds had been blown away. Only this time, even farther. It was a sad moment for the boy. He was not sure what he was going to do. He was stuttering with all his thoughts, his words. This was his best sunflower that he'd ever seen. The only one. he loved the flower much, so he cared for it. Soon the seeds were back the next year, and he was okay with it. But for the seeds that did travel, one of them ended up in Austria. And now, an old man named Franklin picked up the seeds, and he planted them on a farm. Well, that farm eventually, come another springtime, windy day, well, those seeds blew off again. So, this time though, Franklin was smart about it. He took the seeds and he planted them again, hoping to sell them for a modest price at the local baseball stadium. At this time, baseball wasn't as popular in Austria as it is today, although they had a young star player. Well, his name was Vladimir. Vladimir was a fast runner. He was on his track team for school when a baseball scout from Germany saw Vladimir's talents and decided to sign him to his team. This was a pro team, and they were good, and they were one of the best in all of Deutschland. So, without a hesitant glance, Vladimir joined the German team, hoping to achieve greatness in this newfound love of a sport. Well, one day, he was eating a sunflower seed. His hand was in the bag, and they were going everywhere around. But one of them blew away. It blew away across the Atlantic Ocean, all the way onto the North American continent. This little seed had a big journey. This seed then flew all the way to Nebraska, where a young girl picked it up and planted it in her mother's garden. Well, after the seed grew up, it also grew old. And one day, for the final time, its seeds blew away. This time, it was a short travel. The seeds were tired out. They've lived a long life. So it ended up in Kansas, where a man decided to plant them in his farm. He loved these seeds so much that he decided to name them Herbert. And so, there was a sunflower. He was a sunflower just like you and me, and his name was Herbert. And one spring, blowy, blustery, windy day, he decided it was time to spread his wings. Well, obviously that story was made up, and by the end we didn't even place any dirt. But that kind of shows you how stories can really get you off track, and they can take your mind off of pretty much anything you're doing, even if it's just placing dirt in a video game. So, yeah, I don't know. That was something to do. Don't know if you liked it, but that story was completely made up. I have no idea why I did it, but I did. So, basically, we got nothing done today, but I think it's alright, because, you know, really what it comes down to is just having a good time. And I had a good time because, personally, telling pointless stories like that, I kind of like it, because you can do whatever you want with them. You know, nothing in a story has to be exactly true. I mean, unless it's something that's supposed to be non-fiction, you know. The whole fiction genre in books is all about something that isn't true. It's a made-up story. So, I mean, you know, you have fun with it. If you can't figure out something to do, I don't know, write a story, do something, because writing doesn't just have to be for school either, you know? It can be for fun too. And so, yeah. Anyway, that's probably going to do it for this episode. I think it's probably going to be really short. But I have a new exciting thing that I'm probably going to do later on. I don't know when I'll upload it, but you'll see it eventually, and I hope you have a good time with it. And I hope you enjoy it. As well as I hope you enjoyed this video. Kind of more of a news updatey video. Not really, but kind of. Also, another thing that I love doing is, I don't know, kind of random skits. Like, I've been thinking about starting a second channel for vlogs or skits or whatever I really want to do with my friends. I mean, because I have a life outside of YouTube, and sometimes you gotta hang loose, relax, and yeah, you can record stuff for YouTube, but nothing has to be always record. And, you know, I would kind of enjoy it. But, you know, I don't know if you guys would want to see that. I don't know. Maybe it'll happen, maybe not. But in any case, it's time to end the episode. So, I want to thank you guys for watching. My name is Base. And, don't poison out. Jeez, our armor's getting killed, too. I'll see you next time. Later.